Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Ogden with Full Compass. I'm here today inside our drum room for a very special reason because we have a very special guest right here on your screen. That is Kevin Mahogany. Kevin is an outstanding jazz musician, a jazz vocalist. And in fact, Kevin, before you say a word, I have to quote Newsweek in what it said that you are the standout jazz vocalist of his generation.
It's probably
Nobody's ever
old
said that
Newsweek.
about me,
It
but
might be very old Newsweek.
maybe. But Kevin, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. I appreciate it. Thank you for me being here. I appreciate it.
Of
Yeah.
course. So I brought you on for a specific reason. We have a big event coming up right here in Madison at Full Compass headquarters here on Sunday, May 1st. It is the Jazz Junction Fundraiser, and you're coming all the way from your lovely warm home in Miami and coming up here to Madison. Tell us a bit about what's going on this weekend for you.
Well, to be honest, I know a little bit of it. I don't know a lot about it,
Okay.
but I do know it is going to be a big fundraiser, and
Hmm.
I'm working with Johannes Wallman,
Yeah.
who teaches there at the university, a piano instructor there, and I've worked with him before. I've been up there once before.
Yep.
I've worked with him before, so I know we're going to have a good time working with. He's actually an incredible piano player. He really is. If I could, I'd steal him away to take him on the road with me, but he's got regular work, so he has a regular income.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm coming up to do that, and we're gonna bring a few CDs. We'll sign some CDs. We'll play some music.
Yeah.
The night before they have a dinner, kind of a reception.
Sure.
I'm going to be there at the reception, and they're going to have us. Maybe we're going to probably do a couple of tunes there too.
Awesome.
So
Well,
you know what's
let
that?
let's talk about on Sunday first. It sounds like you're going to be doing a 75-minute set. Now you're the headliner, and
Yes.
who's opening for you is the UW Latin Jazz Ensemble. I have heard them before. They're outstanding and a great lead-in to you. Tell us, maybe do you have a lineup or a song list, set list written up yet?
I never do a set list before a show. I never do because you have to feel. For me, you have to get a feeling of the audience first
Good
to
point.
decide what you want to play and how you're going to play it. After obviously, if they got that such a good group, I'm going to have to work harder uh, to sound good after them. So no, I haven't decided. I know a few things we'll be doing will be off the new album that we got.
Great.
But other than that, we'll also be doing just some traditional standards too, and I'll be doing. I love doing ballads, so I'll have at least two or three ballads in a set. In 75 minutes, at least three.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna just mix it up. We're gonna from bebop to blues to just whatever we can put together that we think people will enjoy.
Very nice. Now, speaking of your new album, let's backtrack just a little bit. You have been doing this, if I did my research correctly, around about 3 decades. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, yeah. On the vocally and as a professional, yes.
Yeah.
I've been a professional musician longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a professional musician since I was 12.
My
Uh,
goodness.
I didn't start off as a vocalist. I was an instrumentalist.
Okay. So
So
tell us a bit about that evolution of Kevin Mahogany from 12 years old to I'm not even going to guess your age now. So tell us about what you've seen in the jazz and in the music industry yourself, and what you're seeing occurring and what you're kind of excited about.
well, I mean, like anywhere, any industry is changing, of course.
Hmm.
It's continually changing, some for good, some for bad. When I was much younger, and I was playing with a big band at the age of 12, professionally on the weekends. I mean, I had two jobs at the age of 12. I was throwing papers and playing with a big band.
Wow.
So, so I had an interesting life back then. But the changes we're seeing now in the music, what the good thing is, we're seeing a lot of good musicians come out. We're definitely hearing a lot of talented people. The bad thing is they don't learn as much as we used to. It used to be that to be a professional musician, a piano player, or an instrumentalist of some sort,
Hmm.
you had to learn those songs, memorize them, and be able to play them in all 12 keys.
Yes.
Now, all the guys do is they pull up their iPad and put it on the piano or whatever, and then they can change the key right there, so they don't have to really work as hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not playing as well, but they don't have to work as hard at it.
So,
So
or have we gotten away? Because I took music theory and appreciation, all of that stuff, as I was a musician growing up
mhm.
into college. Are you saying that element's kind of missing?
Yeah, it is. It is somewhat, but back then, again, also college wasn't so much an option
Yeah.
for a jazz musician
Right.
because I went to college. There were no jazz studies for me as a vocalist.
Hmm.
That's when I started focusing on singing at that time. So for me to sing, I had to sing opera. That was
Wow.
what you had to study was art, song, and opera.
Yeah.
There were no jazz classes and there were no jazz choirs and opportunity for that. You could still take, theory and harmony, the same
Hmm.
classes, but most of the time those were reserved for the instrumentalists.
So let's talk about today. Where are we today in the jazz genre of things? I've got to preface this by saying, you know what? I was introduced at a young age with Buddy Rich. He came through my hometown
Yeah.
in Arkansas. It was a fluke concert. Became a percussionist pretty much right after then. And today, and then there was a shift kind of in the 80s with Spike Lee introducing jazz into kind of the mainstream. So where are we now, do you think?
Actually, that's a very good question. And I wish I had an answer. It is, in fact, one of my friends, Cyrus Chestnut,
Uh-huh.
made a statement most recently, and he said, and it's kind of surprised me. He said, we are the elders of the music now.
Hmm.
And again, I'm not as old, like you said, as we're not as old as we think we are, but we are, in essence, the keeper of the flame. And that's sometimes a little difficult to chew, because
Yeah.
there've been so many wonderfuls who I learned with, what I consider my graduate school was I worked with Ray Brown,
Oh my goodness. Wow.
the, yeah, the great bass player.
Yeah.
And so that was what I consider my graduate level of studying,
It's
not just
perfect.
about music, but also about the music business and all those things. And now you don't have as many, people like that anymore that you can go out and work with and learn from. I'm the only vocalist on an Elvin Jones album.
Wow.
That was a blessing because, of course, he was the drummer on one of my favorite albums, Johnny Hartman and John
Johnny Hartman.
Coltrane.
Yep.
And so to be blessed to be on his album was, incredible for me. And I've worked with a lot of people, as a lot of people my age could say. We were worked with a lot of people who aren't here with us anymore,
Yeah.
who helped create this music in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
And now it's time for it to shift again. It's time for us to create our own standards,
Yeah.
are the new standards. And because a lot of people, it's great to go out and sing When I Fall in Love or Body and Soul, and they're beautiful songs, but they forget at one time those were new songs also.
Yeah. Right.
So we have to find new material in order to keep the music moving forward.
That is such a great way to put it. So again, back to what is happening this weekend. I want to encourage everybody. This guy right in front of you that you're watching, Kevin Mahoney, an amazing singer, jazz performer. You know what? I've listened to a lot of you over the years, and I'm excited to actually get to meet you this weekend. So if you want to get tickets, they are still available. Again, this is a major fundraiser for the jazz universe
Yeah.
in Madison, the Greater Madison area. It's for the Greater Madison Jazz Consortium. You can find tickets at jazzinmadison.com. It is this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. right here, basically in the room behind where I'm sitting here at the headquarters at Full Compass. The big studio is right behind me.
Okay.
Find tickets there, jazzinmadison.com, 2 to 5 this Sunday, May 1st. Kevin, give us, what do you think is a good swooning song, a favorite of yours that basically is the reason your wife picked you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why she would pick me. Actually, I don't.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she's changed her mind by now.
oh,
But
whoops.
I mean, it was quite a few of those songs. One that I had already just mentioned, like "When I Fall in Love."
Yeah, yeah.
Those kind of those are the kind of ballads that I love to do. Are Since I Fell for You.
Hmm.
Uh, and one that I'm doing now was recorded and made popular by the late Billy Eckstine. It's called
Yeah.
"I Won't Talk About You."
Okay.
And that's one I'm sure we'll be doing this Sunday. That's one that I do regularly as I fell in love with it.
Hmm.
That's part of my problem. There's so many great ballads to choose from.
It's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is. But the nice part is when you do it well,
Hmm.
people appreciate it.
Yeah.
And again, when I say that I have to look at the audience to see what's happening, when I sing a ballad, I can look at the audience and I can tell if they like it or not, if
Yeah.
they're enjoying it or not. And that's when you decide if you're going to sing another one.
Yeah. That's good. I appreciate your focus on the vibe of the audience, and not making that set list. I think that's a great way to approach it. Again, tickets this Sunday, or for this Sunday, May 1st, from 2 to 5 p.m. right here at the Full Compass headquarters. You can get tickets at jazzinmadison.com. Kevin Mahogany, I appreciate your time today. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to listening to you live. And I can't wait to see the audience reactions once they hear your baritone voice.
Well, I hope so. I do want to say we're going to have a few CDs available.
Great.
15% of the sale of those CDs is going to go to the fundraiser also.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, so we're not just coming to take money out of your
No,
pockets.
no, no. Of course, this is all for a great cause. Kevin,
Yes.
travel safely.
Thank you.
Again, appreciate your time so much. We'll see you soon.